Yeah. But yeah, like I said before, I just need the apology to be as loud as the disrespect was. That's all I need.
All right.
You okay with that? I really hope you are, because I'm coming with some heat today. I really am. I'm excited. I'm so excited. This might be my most anticipated show. It really might be.
So you just put the glasses on, you turn to a whole different person.
What you mean?
You didn't have the same energy when you had the glasses off.
I drank a little bit of Mountain Dew, so I'm a little, no sponsor, but yeah, I'm a little excited today. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm a little excited. But are you ready to start though? Cause like I'm ready to get into it. I really am. What's up, Bama State? It's Kendal Mans, sports editor for the Hornet Tribune, and I'm here with my co-host
Khalil Stewart, and welcome to another episode of The Wild Card,
where we talk everything ASU sports. If you didn't tune in to last week's episode, please make sure you go back and do that. But for now, we got a new week, new topics. Let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Women's basketball. Women's basketball. My fault. I know
you're excited. I get it. I get you. It's cool.
All right, I got you. Women's basketball. They extended their winning streak to three over the last 2-3 games against UAPB, Mississippi Valley, and Southern the previous week. And guess what? They got that sole possession of second place in the SWAC. Khalil, how do you feel right now? I feel great.
I'll be honest. They look really good.
Absolutely. Okay. All right.
You want an apology, but I'm not gonna give it to you because
I need you to apologize. I need you to apologize to the people.
I never said that this team was not good.
You said they couldn't shoot.
I said they weren't a great 3-point
couldn't shoot. And then they shot 47% from the three.
I didn't say that they were necessarily a bad team. He came with the
You said they turned the ball over too much.
Kendal, why do you feel the need to let me finish?
Okay, all right.
Let me finish,
all
okay?
Right. Okay.
So sit there and I'm gonna let you have your soapbox in a minute.
Okay. I'm gonna need it. Okay, but you can go.
So I never said that they were a bad team. I said they need to put together a stretch of consistency is what I uttered. So this whatever you call this that you got going on right now, where you feel like I'm saying they were a bad basketball team, cut it. Because now they've put together a stretch of good games. You're peaking at the right time as you head to the SWAC tournament, but you still have to catch Jackson State. And I will admit this, and I said this on the first episode, what teams were doing against them early in the season, pressing them and taking Shamaya out the game, it made them better down the stretch of the season because now they're seeing what they're going to see in the SWAC tournament. I don't know why you're smiling at me. I need you to stop smiling.
I just can't wait. I can't wait till
Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, you disrespected them a couple weeks ago and last week.
What did I say?
You said they couldn't shoot. That next game,
I said they weren't a great 3-point shooting team.
And what did they shoot the next game? 47% from the three.
Cool.
47% from the three.
Cool.
You said they turned the ball over too much. And what happened?
They cut the turnovers down.
Okay. And then what did you say? You said they needed consistency.
Yeah.
And what did they do?
They won a 3-game winning streak. I will give
It's beautiful, right?
I will give it.
It's beautiful, right?
They're peaking at the right time.
Absolutely. But getting to what I wanted to talk about. We've said this before. What I really love about this team is they're so unselfish. Mm-hmm. They're one of the most unselfish basketball teams I've ever seen. And the reason why I say that is because we've seen it. Last 2 games, the starters couldn't do it. The starters came out slow. And what did Coach Freeman Jackson do? She put the bench in the game. And on our bench, we have so many starter caliber players. They came in, provided great energy, provided great enthusiasm, and they started getting on the runs. And then the thing that I love, she put the starters back in. Ayana, 3. Jayla, 3. Layups.
You so confident
Shamaya,
right now.
layups. Because I love the fact that they're peaking right now. I really love that.
5 games left.
Absolutely, 5 games left. I'm really excited to see what else they got. They go on the road today, so I'm really excited.
Do you think they're prepared for what Jackson State has for them?
You know what? I think that they're playing in very close games. Well, some of the games are close, and they're making game-winning plays. Mm-hmm. You weren't here for this, but last year they lost in the SWAC tournament. I have to. Last year they lost in the SWAC tournament by 1 possession. They're starting to win games by those 1 possessions or those close games, and that's making a difference.
Their late game execution has gotten a lot better.
Absolutely, definitely has.
Since the beginning of the season.
Definitely has.
I want to give a shout out to DK Sanders because I feel like
you got to. You got to.
The energy, she's the backbone of this team. She's what makes this team go, because as you see with her coming off the bench, when she arrives in the game, everything goes smooth, because the last 2 games they had a slow start. They trailed, by 10 points early, but when she comes to the game, the offense is settled.
She changed everything up.
Yeah, absolutely.
She take control of that offense.
Absolutely.
Do she?
They will take on FAMU tomorrow at 1 p.m. Make sure you guys check them out. But we gotta talk about the boys. Can I start, please? Well, no, you know what? Go ahead. I'm gonna give you this.
I mean, they're on a 3-game losing streak. They're 1-4 in their last 5 games.
Yeah.
They've given up the 4th most points in the SWAC with 75. And honestly, for me, just watching them, they've been playing very uninspired basketball the past couple of games, especially last game against Mississippi Valley State, where they lost.
You're so happy right now.
No, I'm not. I'm because. Okay, don't do that, because you were definitely cheering.
I can see
you
the
were
smile on
cheering
your
for the
face
other
as
team,
you're
though.
You're
But you were
talking
cheering
about
for the
that.
other team.
Go ahead.
You were cheering for the other team. But they just played uninspired basketball against a team that their rotation wasn't deep at all. Mississippi Valley State had 3 players that played the whole game, all 40 minutes. And they still played with more energy, still played more. They did more in the time that they were in the game. But I mean, you can go, because this is your team, so I know you have a lot to say.
The name of the arena that they play in is Dun off Acadome. We need to take all the D's out of the Dun and the Acadome, because there was no defense in the Acadome this weekend.
They have had some players miss some games. Trace Young has missed 9 games. Gerald has missed 5. Juan has missed 4. With a team like this, you need everybody there.
For the worst 2 teams in the SWAC?
They're struggling. You need everybody there.
Kendal, you're acting like Juan is going to change. Juan is a let me finish.
Okay, all right.
Juan is a spot up shooter who does not put the ball on the floor.
He did last week, but okay.
He's a spot up shooter.
He did last week, but okay, sure.
Like I said, shooter.
Okay.
He's not going to change what's going on defensively. He's not about to sit in the chair, as they say, for defensively and stop anybody, because what it looked like Saturday and Monday, it was just a free line to the basket. Yeah, it's almost like the calf on fried chicken Wednesdays. Everybody's riding in there. Okay. That's all I saw the whole game, both of them. Is he going to stop that? Let me know.
No, he's not.
Were they struggling offensively?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think that his shooting changes that?
Yes.
He's not a how?
Him and Trace? Absolutely.
Trace missed the last game. They didn't need Trace in that last game. You're playing the second worst team in the SWAC.
But they also lost by double digits.
So Juan is not changing that.
Juan and Trace are changing that.
No, how?
So Juan and Trace are not one of the 2 of the most talented offensive players on this team.
Juan is a spot-up shooter who does not play defense.
And what did they lack? They lack shooting, right? They shot 17% from the 3-point line. They lacked shooting, right? Yes, they needed some shooting, and they didn't have that.
But that's another liability on defense once you put Juan out there. But go ahead. You have nothing to say. You have nothing to say.
They shot 17% from the 3-point line. They need shooting. You make it seem like Mississippi Valley State had 100 points on them.
You're acting like Mississippi Valley was out. Well, they did shoot. I will give them this. They shot the ball. They shot the lights out.
They shot very well, yes.
But we're not. If we can't guard, what difference? We still scored 71 points, I believe.
Yes. They scored 85.
If you're not grabbing rebounds, and we question let me tell you, what is the identity of this team? Because at first I thought it was defense. But as I just mentioned to you, it looked like fried chicken Wednesdays.
For me, I don't know anymore. It's a long season, and this team is very unrecognizable.
A long season. We got 5 games left.
No, I'm saying the season, like, it's a long season in general. So how they looked the last 2 weeks ago when we were talking about their defense, this and that, they look completely different.
I'm aware.
So I don't know what the identity of this team is.
I don't either. And like you said, they're playing uninspired.
Okay, absolutely. In my opinion, they lack real fluid offense. They don't move around a lot. They're very stagnant. Like I said before, with Trace's big games, it's Trace or nothing, pretty much. That can't be it for every offensive player that's hot, especially when the team's not shooting well at all.
Absolutely. But the last 5 games of the season, you got to go positive in those. If you want any chance of going to this SWAC tournament, because you have Number 4 FAMU in the SWAC. You face them next. You got Bethune, who's ranked number 9. You got A&M the next game, and then you close out the season with the two of the hotter teams in the SWAC right now, in Southern and Grambling.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Wins aren't the most important thing to me at the moment. I want them to start playing quality basketball again.
It's the end of the season. What do you mean? Wins
okay, but the trajectory of this team, they're not going to the SWAC tournament. I would much rather see them play quality basketball than for them to win games by playing how they are right now.
See, that's the problem. That's what's going on in the coaching thing. Everybody's cool with what's the terminology? The term I'm looking for? For lack of a better term, everybody's cool with being mediocre. Oh, we went out there, we tried our best, we looked good, we were okay.
They haven't been trying their best. We both said that they played uninspired basketball. I need them to get inspired.
If you go out there and you play mediocre, you are going to get beat the same way you did by the two bottom. They came here and they hung on your home rim. They came to your crib.
UAPB did do that.
Beat the worst team. One win on the season. For the second year in a row, the worst team in the SWAC has came to the Dunn Oliver Acadome or the Oliver Acahome and beat Alabama State.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Explain to me how we are satisfied. When are we going to challenge ourselves to do better? That is our problem. We're cool with being average. We're cool with we tried our best. That's all beautiful and all. But
hopefully they can get a win. As they face off against FAMU in Tallahassee on Saturday at 4 p.m. Make sure you guys go out and support. They need as much as they can get right now. But now we kind of want to transition into the world of football. The football schedule for the 2022 season just got released this week. After seeing so many unofficial schedules, it's really good to finally see what the regular one looks like. But Khalil, what do you think? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
Key games that stand out for me and stand out to everybody is obviously Jackson State for homecoming, which I don't understand why you're facing them on your homecoming because I don't believe that we're going at their level yet.
We want to compete.
Kendal, you saw they did them last year on their homecoming.
We want to compete.
Ric Flair was there and they got beat by 60 points.
We want to compete.
Anyways.
To be the best, you got to beat the best. Right or wrong? We want to compete.
You're correct.
Okay.
You're correct.
We want to compete. We're not running from comp.
Okay. You can't run from anyways. They're in your division. But you got A&M who's going to stand out as well.
Okay.
But, I had a record prediction for us.
I want to hear this.
Best case scenario, 8-2.
Huh?
Best case scenario.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got us getting wins again. I mean, our only 2 losses coming against Jackson State and UCLA. That's best case scenario.
What's the worst case scenario? I want to
4-6.
4-6.
With our only wins coming against Miles, Mississippi Valley, Bethune, and UAPB.
Okay.
So that's just my thoughts on them. I mean, I'm excited. I believe in this defense. I think that we're going to be facing some up-and-coming teams, as we saw Texas Southern last year with their young quarterback, who reminds us both of Kyler Murray, Andrew Body, who's going to be balling this year. What do you think, though?
My record prediction, I didn't do best case and worst case. I got them going 6-5.
Okay, that's better than I thought.
I have them going 6-5. I think we both think that the first couple of games are going to be adjustment games. You got a new coaching staff. You got a new head coach. I'm pretty sure the defense is going to look different. And
she'll look the same. You got a lot of experience coming back.
But you also have a defensive-minded head coach.
Absolutely.
So he might implement some changes as well. Like you said, Jackson State, I looked at it kind of the same way you did at first. But after thinking about it for a little bit, I like the competitive.
You feeling generous this week, huh?
I am a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
The glasses,
but nah, I feel like they can do something with that. I'm gonna be honest with you though. All the losses that I gave them are against the UCLA's, the Prairie View A&M's, the Jackson State's, Alabama A&M's, and the Florida A&M's. They have to prove to me that they can beat those teams. Yeah. I'm not giving them those games just yet. Mm-hmm. Like we said, we haven't seen any spring ball. We haven't seen any form of this team yet. So it's hard to make predictions on that, but I need to see something from them first. And then playing Howard and Miles and UCLA, of course, the
Howard's
first 3 games.
Game.
Yes, absolutely. MEAC SWAC challenge, absolutely. Yeah. Very big game.
So I believe that if we can start the season off against Howard and defeat them, that's a good start.
Definitely is, especially for this team right now.
Do you believe, with your record prediction 6-5, do you think that's a solid season for us?
I mean, I have them losing the Magic City Classic and homecoming, so like.
But
not
6-5
necessarily,
is
but yeah,
improvement.
6-5, yeah, it is improvement.
And I know I said I didn't like mediocrity, but for this team, it's building steps. You have to take it.
Okay.
You're a young team. You're young at the quarterback position. We don't have that established yet. We don't know who's going to be the starter. We don't know what this team's going to like next year. That's why we can't. If this was the same team from last year, we would have a better feel for what they're going to look like. But new coaching staff, new players, new recruits, it's going to be interesting to see what they look like. But like I said, Jackson State bringing back their same offense, same defense, A&M having to transition. I believe that is more of a winnable game than people give them credit for. Because with the loss of their... Don't make that face again.
When Alabama A&M?
Yes.
I believe
with the loss of their quarterback... He's
agree.
obviously going to the NFL draft.
Okay.
That's going to be something that that's a winnable game for him. So that's all I gotta say about that. But now it's time for the best segment of the show.
Another segment of the best in the nest. All right, first up, we got Bailey Greenlee, who, for her performance against Purdue Fort Wayne in the Stinger Classic, she had 17 strikeouts and allowed just 2 hits in 7 innings on the mound. She also scored a run as well. My next 2 are, of course, from the women's basketball team. We got Ayana Emanuel, 22 points, 5.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 46% from the field, and 48% from the 3.
They're going to be key coming down the stretch.
Absolutely. What can I say about her? She's a bucket. That's it. Next, we have Dakaya Sanders, who had a career-high 10 assists versus UAPB. She's currently 6th in the SWAC in assists at 78. And she has the second highest assist-to-turnover ratio at 1.7 in the SWAC. Next up, we got Trenton Jameson for baseball. He was named to the 2022 Bobby Bragan Collegiate Slugger Award watch list. And this list is based on performance at the plate, academics, and personal integrity. This list is open to all Division I programs, and Trenton is the only player on this list to represent the SWAC. That's big time, and we wish Trenton the best in getting this award. My last 2, we got to give a shout out to the bowling team. We got Savannah Razor, who's named first team All SWAC, averaging an individual pinfall of 194.68 in conference play, 3rd in the SWAC. And then we have Alana DeGruy, who was named second team All SWAC, averaging an individual pinfall of 191.05 in conference play, for 6th in the SWAC. We want to give a congratulations to all the Hornets from this past week. We got a lot of ballers on this campus, and we can't wait to add some more next week. So make sure you guys tune in and see who balls out and makes this list.
Absolutely. Great job, Kendal. Thank you guys for tuning to this episode. We appreciate all the love and support in advance. Make sure you follow our Instagram at Hornet Tribune, and tune in next week for another episode of The Wild Card.
Hey, I won this. I don't care what you say.
You did.
I won this.
If you feel that way, go ahead.
I won this.
All right.
I told you I was bringing that heat today.
All right.
I told you.
Okay.